So we have you as a co-host here. We have you as a member, one of the writers in the book, because of your huge depth of knowledge about software and related items. I mean, other reasons too, Larry, just because you're fun. But I was curious. There's a lot of commentary out today about how to shrink this thing down to hardware 3. It was brought up in the call. What do you think? Do you think they'll be able, with all this new stuff that they're talking about and some of the stuff that came out from DeepSeek, I guess, yesterday on terms of vision being able to be shrunk down? Do you think we've got a real shot at it?
I think we have a real shot at it. I think, I've given it a lot of thought, and one of the problems in my head has been, even if you shrink it down, it will not be as functional as the later versions of the hardware.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And it seems to me that it would behoove Tesla to design the upcoming chip, not so much the chip itself, but the interface and sorry, the form factor and the device that holds the chip and memory in such a way that some of the stuff can be slotted in and slotted out. Now, that's not very easy from an engineering point of view, because interfaces change if the chip changes and so on and so forth, and speeds of memory change, and memory, adapters that the memory fits into, and the wiring and so on changes. But it would behoove them to have a way to upgrade those, the computer component.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And as I think about it, it may well be that the engineering for the refitting of, the hardware 3 cars, AI 3 cars, would be a good way to start. Now, one of the interesting things is that it's the same car. It's a Model 3.
Right.
Right. And so functionally, there should be, in theory, the amount of space necessary for the replacement. Now, the wiring may change. It may be a little bit painful. The cameras would have to change.
Mm-hmm.
So it's quite an expensive change, but think about the alternative. The alternative is, almost 3 million cars, is it?
Well, yeah, but it would only be those who bought the FSD. The people who didn't buy it, I don't think would have any claim to it.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about the value add to the car.
Oh, uh-huh.
To manufacture a Model 3 that is FSD compliant is going to cost them $30,000, $28,000, $30,000.
Right.
Here's a Model 3 that, could become FSD compliant for, I don't know, 20% of that money.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to think to yourself, if you want to get a lot of autonomous cars on the road, that would be the way to go.
Yeah, that's the other side of it, is is it worth it to spend a little money to make some money downstream from the FSD revenues? Yeah, and or robotaxi revenues. Yeah.
The counter to that, the strong counter to that is that, the Cybercab should cost so little money to manufacture that maybe less money to just make a Cybercab and put that on the road rather than. So, it's a lot of moving parts, the pieces of it that I don't know or understand yet. So I can't really pass an opinion, but I'm thinking that the kit to exchange the capability could run as low as $2,500.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And if that's true, I think it would be worthwhile.
Okay, later in the program, we want to talk about a model that you've created with regard to energy storage and the future revenues and profits. But before we get to that, I think there's probably a few folks out there that were shocked by the stock dropping off so badly today. And so I've got a list, Larry, of reasons why it might have happened, but there are also things that we need to talk about anyway.